So what do you do on the days where you feel less than sparkly and shiny, less than in the mood to do all your work and contact your clients and fix all the things that need fixing and building? Having one of those days today. I've been filming all weekend and I have one module left to go, and life hits sometimes. So I've got a lot going on. My kids are starting school tomorrow. I have some stuff to take care of with that. My parents are moving to Florida from New Jersey, where I've grown up with them in the same town as me my whole life. So yes, while I'm 43, it's still challenging with my parents moving. And this morning I woke up all ready to go, all ready to finish filming what I've been filming, and didn't feel like it. Woke up in a bad mood, and it's not generally like me, but I spoke to a client this morning, and he said to me, but it's easy for you, Shari, because you're always in a good mood. I am not always in a good mood. I'm not one of those happy clappy life coaches who always thinks everything's great. That's not how I roll. I think things are crap a lot of times. Been through a lot of stuff in my life. I still go through a lot of stuff in my life. I'm very real. I don't like to pretend things are okay when they're not. But this morning, I had a couple of good client calls, and then I kind of sunk a little bit, and I was just feeling like I was in a funk. Things were bothering me that usually wouldn't. I was looking at the work in front of me thinking, oh, I don't want to do it, and I don't usually feel like that. And I could feel that decline happening. Now, I'm hopping on today because I was going to skip it. I was going to say, you know what, I don't feel like doing a daily shot of Shari today. I don't feel like Shari today, but I promised to show up, so I'm showing up. And I also think it's important for people to realize that bad days are normal, and funky moods happen, and there's nothing wrong with moving through it. So generally, old Shari would have shut down completely for the day, or I would have decided that I was going to push through and just pretend everything was perfect. Make a joke, call someone who would make me laugh, pretend nothing was wrong. Someone asked me what's going on, everything's fine, but I no longer do that either. So I've had to learn to figure out what's the balance between being real with myself, still doing what I need to do and what I want to do, and then having that vision in my mind of the person that I want to keep becoming every day, because I think it's a constant journey to be those people. And where do I fit in my life when I'm not feeling like that? And this comes up in life and in business and relationships, because it's not always ideal. I mean, it's very nice to think that it is, but you can be in a new relationship and the honeymoon phase wears off, and then you're not sure who to be. Or you started a new project and you're all gung-ho about it, and then by the time it's ready to launch, you're kind of over it in your mind and you're afraid to say something. So it really does happen in every area of our life, and it has to do with our identity of self. So I'm the same person that I want to be, whether I'm in a good mood or a bad mood. The key is to learn how to maneuver myself in and out of moods, how to be able to cope with the emotions that I have and know that they're all okay regardless of what it feels like, what in my mind it will look like if I stay in this. So rather than future tripping over, oh no, I'm having a bad day, that means tomorrow's going to be a bad day, and then I'm going to lose my momentum for the week. Today what I did was I shut off. I told the people that I care about that I was taking a little time for myself, which is rare. I don't usually do that. I don't think I've said that to most people. It took a half an hour. I sat and meditated for 10. I took a book outside. It's a beautiful day here. I sat outside on my porch and I read for about 15 minutes. I made myself a drink, which I hadn't had anything to drink yet today. So I took care of myself in a way that I used to take care of my kids when they were little. Was I tired? Was I hungry? Did I just need a time out? And I really did. I feel completely differently. Now, old me would have lost, honestly, 3 to 4 days to this. I would have sunk all the way back in. I would have played every old tape in my mind. I would have let all the things that are bothering me take over the good stuff. I signed a new client today. I got more stuff accomplished for my course. Everything was good, but I'm also still allowed to not be in a great mood. And so when I bring the two together, I just have gotten more gentle on myself. And I'm telling you, in 30 minutes, my mood changed. That doesn't always work. Sometimes it takes longer. But the more I practice, the more I can move out of it. And that's what I want you encouraged to do. Before you judge it for a minute if you really need to, and then say, what do I need right now? Separate from all the things I have to do, all the things I should think it should look like, what I wanted to get done today, scrap it all. This is where I am today. This is what it feels like. These are the next few hours ahead of me. What can I do instead? So instead, I took a break. I gave myself the break that I needed, and it stopped the runaway train in my mind. Now, I used to not realize how powerful I was in reference to my mind. I thought my mind was just this stubborn thing, which it is, that would always just railroad right over me. But I've learned that it's my mind, so it belongs to me. I can be just as stubborn and just as caring as I am to everyone else, to myself. So I met myself in my resistance. I pushed up against it. I didn't come gently and say, is there anything you need? I said, okay, what do we need to do right now? I shut off. I didn't apologize for it. I told the truth to the people who were worried. I took the time for myself. I didn't have to explain myself to anyone. And here I am, 35 minutes later, back on track, deciding what to do with the rest of my day. So now I'm going to look at my to-do list and say, what would be the right thing for me to do today, separate from what I had planned on doing. So yeah, it's great to have the goals set out. It's also good to be realistic within that framework and say, maybe it's not for today. I'll get double the amount done tomorrow if I go gentle with myself today. So today I think I'm going to do a little more writing and not so much videoing, so I don't have to feel like I'm faking anything, because I don't ever want to live like that in my life again. I've spent many years like that, and I won't do it again. So I hope this was helpful to just see someone in the midst of what real life looks like and real entrepreneur looks like, and I will see you again tomorrow.